Hello everyone, I'm Will of Poppykin Media, and welcome to another episode of Another Fish Out of Water. Now, since I posted the last video, I actually posted a questionnaire on the Facebook page asking, has there ever been a time when you felt completely alone? Got, some responses. No one really commented though. I asked if anyone could share some stories, and no one really did, which is understandable because it's a very difficult thing to think about, let alone really want to share with the public. But the comment I left was about one of my personal, most miserable points in my life, and that was during middle school. Just to give you a little bit of information on that. Middle school, as I said, was probably the most miserable point in my life, as well as a time in my life when I felt completely alone. Now, I did have friends. I had some very good friends, but just something about that point in my life, it's hard to describe as it is with anyone. If you try to think about the point in your life when you felt most alone, it's hard to describe why. But for me, it's just because I hated myself at that point. I was overweight. I played football in middle school, but wasn't, I guess, one of the best guys at it, and, was still pretty chunky. I was, still in the beginning phase of becoming a complete nerd that I am now. I didn't like anything about myself, and that's really what, at least in here and in here, made me feel isolated from everyone around me, no matter how close to them I were, no matter how good of friends we were, and even with my family. There was just very few points during that time in my life where I felt comfortable with myself and felt like I belonged. Luckily, that did change down the line, but I spent a good portion of my middle school career sick. I literally hated middle school so much that it affected me in a way that made me sick constantly. I was in the hospital at least twice for dehydration because I had stomach problems and was acid reflux, which for me was caused by stress and, like I said, just generally hating my situation, hating who I was. Now, this isn't meant to be a complete downer. It's more of a way for me to let you know that if you are experiencing situations like this right now, or if you have in the past, you're not alone. It can really feel like you're completely alone and that no one understands what you're going through. I definitely felt that way at the time. But you're not alone. I wasn't alone. You just have to open your eyes and open yourself up. Until next time, everyone, this is Another Fish Out of Water, and I'll talk to you soon.